Who am I? I guess we've all asked that question.
And I think some people spend their whole life trying to work out who they are.
As humans, we do sort of two things. We dialogue with ourselves. In other words, we'll have conversations with ourselves.
So many times when we look at ourselves in the mirror, or so many times when we get this self-opinionated dialogue as to who we think we are, quite often we're not honest to each other, or we're not honest to ourselves, more importantly.
We're weighing up all the time. Is this right or wrong? Even when we tell ourselves it's right, we often know deep down inside it's wrong.
There is this quote, actually it's from Gandhi, and he even said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others.
So that's one reason we can get to know who we are, because our conscience tells us who we are. And it's not a very pretty picture if we're honest with ourselves.
So even his thinking was that it's not in our own little world, if you will, that actually in going out and serving other people and stretching beyond yourself, I guess, you find yourself.
I think secondly, it's that sense that there's more to life than what we see with and feel with our senses.
But I think we have to go beyond ourselves and the way we perceive things, because, let's face it, we come at it with a certain bias.
What I believe, and I know what the Bible teaches us, is that we're made in the image of God.
And a very wise man said that God has put eternity in the hearts of men.
And so a big part of what we are in our DNA and our spiritual DNA as well is a reflection of God.
For me, when you're thinking about, well, who am I? The first thing is that I am a being, a person who's accountable to someone else, because the fact that I can recognize that there's right and wrong tells me that I'm going to be accountable for right and wrong.
Big answer to this question is, I think we need to really discover who God is.
That sense that we all have with the who am I? Well, I'm created to be here on earth to do right, but normally, unfortunately, I do the wrong thing.
And as we discover those things about God, we're actually discovering things about ourselves, but more what we're actually created to be, who we actually are created to be.
And secondly, that this life is not the end. We are going to all have eternity occur, and we're going to have to face up to that and be accountable for what we've done here on earth.
And the more characteristics of God that we start to, reflect, the more that we discover, who we are ourselves.
That to me helps me understand who I am as a person.